In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. Week 118 is in the books officially, and we got a bunch of groups for you, as well as the new top 100. We're back on the regular track, and of course, inactive clubs. And as you can see, Clash League is coming back 24 hours from now. So let's go ahead and check it out and give you guys a little preview on what possibly to expect and discuss maybe some changes that are going to happen for this round 4 of beta testing. Let's go to the groups. Group number 1, Sato wins it. Oh, no, they didn't win it. Dolphins too chill, 143. But Sato does get the second place, 125, followed by tight battle Astros over Semperfi. So again, at goal level, it is all about the top 3, right? If you get over 100, you get to move up. So they get to move up there as well as the Astros. So that's a tight one. Dolphins too chill. Nice job. All right, Aftermath New Day, 134. That's a wow. Cobra Kai gets the victory, 135. So nice battle for first and second. The rest of them are all dropping. All right, keep swinging, 127 and got second place. Taiwan Representative Club 2, first place with 129. Both keep swinging, and Taiwan Rep, they get to stay at that 6,000 spot. And tough week for the Blue Jays. And then Taiwanese Kindergarten at fourth place, at 49th place, third place, but they're moving down as well as Wild Ball Leagues. All right, the Rejects, 161, easy victory for them as we keep it going. Bulldogs, 125, Bold Chips, both moving up in platinum. All right, Group of Death 2, interesting take. All right, fourth place, Baseball Bros, 174 gets the victory. And then 11th place at the 6,000 spot is that Snow Poetry and Cats at 156. Taiwan Rep, All Stars, and Masaba all fall flat. Taiwan Representative Club 1 does get 150, so they're not dropping it all, but they're not moving up too much. Okay, start swinging 142. Nice victory here. The only unranked team in this group, which means they should be in that ranking spot. They were about 19 trophies out, so that's an easy one. They're in the top 100. Nice job for them. All right. And this one here, Chinese team 120 Formosa win gets the second place. West Coast Clowns, LK Power Unit, not happening. All right. Platinum level 3, Zeus and US Patriots get scratch that. Jays and Zeus first and second place. A tight battle overall here. Aftermath Uprise, fifth place, moving back. All right, Iowa 2, 121, and then Taiwan, easy victories for them. Hyundai Unicorns, man, what happened to these guys? They were top 50 for a while. Not sure what happened. Toros as well. What a week. Interesting week there. We'll have to check it out. All right, Latin level 2, easy victory for the Mets. America Thrashers, they used to be in the top 100. What happened to the Trashers? Who knows? Mazervo Okay, let's try that again. Mazzaroventi. Okay, Mazzaroventi. All right, and River Park Abusa. Interesting job there. All right, Ghostbusters 121. Get it done. Second place. Let's do a little technology check here. Damu Feng Z Alliance. Okay. And then Samurai Japan. Okay. All right. Try to give out the teams that get to move up in platinum level a little shout out. All right. Interesting group here. Okay. Oh wow. What a battle for first and second place. Once again, we see these teams each week. Kamiri, okay, we don't know what that is, and Horita, okay. Two look like Japanese teams getting it done. First and second place. Phillies and Brewers tied. Let's keep it going. All right. Looks like Ovaniki, which is the warts and hemorrhoids, veterans first and second. Revolution 1, Ice Cold Beers, and All Stars. Tough week for them. That's an interesting drop. All around tough week for them. Okay. And Dingers, America gets the victory here. Second place. So the two teams get to go up here. So the Taiwanese team, Cartridge Station. Haven't seen them in a long time. old top 100 team, but they're moving up as they tie for second place. Okay, goal level 5, the Majors, Sandbaggers, and Jesus Saves. Never mind. Carnage get to move up. Jesus Saves missed it by one, and so did Tasia. All right, Platinum level 5, once again, tight one, Korea. Back at the 6,000 spot, beast mode, moving up. Nice job. Nexus in T Taiwan, tough one for them. They were on the path. Maybe 2 weeks there at 6,000, but that's not a good one there. All right, Platinum level 3, teams that are typically up in that really close to the Platinum level 4 spot to that top 100. And the victory goes to Elite, followed by Rockets 883, trying to make it back. Okay, another Platinum level 5. Not a high scoring affair. Legends, nice job for them. As well as the big dumpers. They needed that move. Baseball Canada and Namba not moving, right? Platinum level 3, teams trying to get over the hump. Guardians have been back and forth, back and forth. And that Red Sheer team at 116 edges out Samurai Japan and Triple Crown. Okay, Platinum level 5, once again. Taiwan shows what they can do when they're trying to do it. Blue Jays, second place. Country for Hardworking People to Enjoy, third. And then the Hounds. And then Tough and Tender, their minor league team, I suppose. All right. Platinum level 3. Tight one here. Untouchables and the Chinese team, first and second. Keep it going. All right. Platinum level 2. Korea, True North. Nice job. They get to go up there. All right, Platinum level 2 again. Get the big team here from Korea, followed by the Clowns. So nice job. Okay, we keep it going. The Goats and Legends trying to make a move to get to that top 100 spot. Next, we have Big Dingers. Be really close there, followed by the Wolf Pack. So nice job. All right, back to the ranked teams here. Interesting week. Korea just does enough, and they weren't ranked 8th. That's a typo by me. They were ranked a little lower than that, but they do just enough. As I said, they were going to get first place. Second place goes to the Yankees. So nice job, Yankees at 45, knocking off Hanwha and the Mandalorians out of the top 6,000 spots. Metropolitans keep on falling. Tough group for them this week, but they should be back next week. All right, goal level 5, Top Cheddar first place, and then the team doesn't really matter. They didn't score over 100. All right, goal level 1, low scoring affairs here. Let's give out the kudos to the team that actually won. Taiwan Nanbawan. Okay, fair enough. All right, they get the first place there. Des Boys second. Okay, Dead Souls. I believe they were a group of Club of the Week a couple weeks ago, so good job to them. Okay, here we go. And Phoenix Eagles. All right, two different birds. Got it. And Texas 713. Next, we have Texas Bad Boys, I guess, and Miami Steelers. Okay, and Aki. First and second in silver level 4. Back to gold level 5. 112 for our team. Let's see. What is their name? Kyushu Mizaki. Okay. Got it. Man, if making up translation errors. I can't get it always. Right. Northerner, second place. All right. Silver level 4. Menace gets the victory there. Gold level 4. And hitting 420, followed by Straya. And professional, again, they were Club of the Week last week. So they're not fifth place. Not great there for them. Okay. Platinum level 2. Italia gets the victory. Tied at second. Korea and raise up. Nice job. Okay. Silver level 3. Home gets the victory. And platinum level 1, a different Northerners club. Actually, nope. That was a redo. Okay. All right. Platinum level 5. Nan's crew 106. Good enough for second place. Cooperstown 2. Nice job getting the victory here. Eagles, man, they've been falling off. They were a team that was ranked second at one time. OMG, I'm still alive. Also one of those top teams. I don't know what they're doing. But let's see what they do next week. All right. Let's see what they do next week. All right. Los Panas had a chance to get in the top 100 here. But Aftermath OG shows what they're doing. Again, 150 in platinum level 4. Easy victory. It's competitive with Taiwan, but you move back to Platinum Level 5. We'll see in the top 100 rankings how many teams there are. When you go high in Platinum Level 5, you're going to be going with the big boys again. So they get another chance at it. So let's see what happens. All right. Nice. Oh, tight one here. Moderated names. And the Raiders get the first and second place. All right. Here we go. Platinum Level 4. Teams trying to get to that Platinum Level 5. Thin blue line. Heavy hitters. Staying above it. Sing Song, probably out. I mean, they're definitely out of the top 100. Well, as Wild Things. Goal level 1. Oh, man, tight group here, but the replacements, the only team over 80, get it done. All right, goal level 5. Dingers. And the team here, I mean, from Taiwan, I believe. That Taiwan Nambawan. Okay. So that gets it. Oh, let's get out of there. And Mont Fort Legends. 70. Not great. All right, charging the mound in Meisters Japan. Big time here in gold level 4. Good competition there. Here we go. Silver level 2. Lower scoring, hit a lot, followed by Blazers and Boston Boys. Low scoring affair, silver level 1. Bronx Bombers, heavy mental get the first and second place. Silver level 1, super low scoring, Liberty Tiger Claw. Bronze level 3. Saihohi in Black Nova. All right, bronze level 3 again, Canadiana. Get it done. Gold level 5. Tight one here, but Kiwi Clubbers gets it done. Purge Kings and Sith Empire. I think Sith Empire might be club of the week this week if I can get my team in it. I'm not sure. Some of these clubs you got to have a higher trophy count, so be tough. All right, low scoring here, but three-way tie for second place. America gets it in. Wow, interesting. All right, club of the week, Chromia. Not a great week for them. Hunt the Front gets it, followed by a team from Japan over here for Third Fats. Okay, got it. Cool name. All right, and here we go. The embarrassments. Let these two starters down to like 38 people this week. I wonder why. Not really competitive, but good job here to the Bambinos and the Redditors edging out, getting the second place. America first 2, Padres dugout, both dropping. Interesting week. All right, let these two chill. Several missed games at the end there. Three-way tie for third place. I think Taiwan Super gets it, so they're going to be moving up, even though they scored so high. But hey, righties, man, righties have been making a move. They found a groove at their score level, and 116. This team really has a chance. I think either next week or the week after to really hit that 6,000 spot. I think for the first time ever. So if righties can kind of stay consistent, they're going to have a good chance with that score level get 6,000. So good job for them. All right. And of course, we'll hear it really loud. Padres and Lefties 2 are going to be moving down. Lefties 2, lowest rank they've ever had. But 223, and 200. So, you poke the bear and it happens. Pro Negro 177, third ranked score. Interesting thing happened in the rankings, though. So that's going to be an interesting top 100 to see. But yeah, Lefties 2 falls once again and fifth place. So, maybe we're the cowards, right? I don't know. Either way, those are the groups. Let's go into the inactive clubs. Okay, so here we go with the inactive clubs. Right, it's the same list, but there are some clubs that are on the verge. They're in the 30s right now. So Taiwan representative, Chenli Chen Fan Group, the old Masaba, Japan Sluggers, A386, Marriott Group, Slam Jams, Pan, Aftermath, the Aftermath. So when you get these clubs off of the top 100 list, they're inactive. Let's go, mini clip. Stop messing around. Right, time for the top 100. And again, we're going a little bit out of order. Usually this is at the end, but we're going to get into a Clash League preview and I see just exactly what it's all about. So let's go ahead and get into the top 100. All right, Dingers, Mariners, and Honda Unicorns. Mariners have out a few people in this one, so it's not looking good for them. They've had several bad weeks in a row. Not sure what's going on there. All right, Taiwan, Australians back in the top 100. Good for them. All right, Camo Japan, West Coast Clowns, Padres dugout, and I believe Taiwanese. I beat you with this cup of coffee. I think that's what they are. Dropping, start swinging back up in the top 100. All right, Thin Blue Line, Gold Moon moving up. Sticks and Stones, Korea Metropolitans drop in. All right, as we see like where we're at in the rankings, by the way, kind of take a look at how many teams are in the Platinum 5. We're still at 4, though. Redditors, heavy hitters moving up. Hounds, American First, Stars and Stripes. All right. Wow. Okay. So Formosa Wind moves up. 777 the aftermath. Nobody's there. All right. So the strongest baseball team, 77 teams are in the platinum level pool. Right? You need that 5,000 trophies in order, or 5,000, whatever, I guess, trophies, whatever, to be in platinum level 5. So if you score high in platinum level 5, you're going to be playing against the top teams in the league. Toros, 76. All right. MJIB, Revolution 2 moving up. American Sluggers, Eagles moving down. Japan stays the same. Iowa 2, Bambinos, Taiwan, Team USA moving up. Tough and Tender Family moving down. Slam Jams, Japan 0-1. Big Air, China Lemon, Venezuela moving down. Chinese team moves up 18 spots. Not bad. All right. Team Japan, CPBL moving down. Aftermath OG. They're back in Platinum level 5. They are going to be going against some of the top teams with that 150 score they had. All right, Ice Cold Beer stays the same. All right, Beast Mode, Dance Crew, and Yankees, Coopertown 2 moving up, and Samurai Japan moves down. All right, top 50. Here we go. Taiwanese Kindergarten, USA MLB, Nexus, Revolution 1 moves down. Baseball, Ball Busters moving up. Spartans moving back 2 spots. Namba, Baseball Canada moving back. Big Dumpers, nice job moving up a little bit. Good for them. 8386, nobody's home. All right, Alt Stars moving back as Masaba and Lefties 2 also moving back. And Yankees, nice move up for them. Slam Jams 2 moving up. All right, Veterans, Warts and Hemorrhoids are N Boniki. Gotta figure out what that means. All right. And then two teams, Japan Sluggers and Masaba, they're empty. Moderated bunts moves down as well. OMG moving down. Taiwan, no one's there. T Taiwan moving back a little bit. They're still, you see T Taiwan, man, they're 239 points away. That's 2 weeks. They're at 6,000. It's tough. As well as righties, man. They haven't been this high in a long time. 246, and they get it. Good luck. Legends. Korea moving up. Let these two chill. Wild Ball League. Blue Jays moving down. All right. Taiwan Representative Club 1 moving up. Soba. Taiwan Super moving up. Taiwan Super 1 first or second place week. They'll be at that 6,000 spot. Same with Soba. They need 110 with a victory, either first or second. Okay, let's keep it going. Padres, Mandalorians, and Hanwha dropping out of the 6,000 spot. Blue Jays stays at 12, but they moved to 6,000. So that's bonus. Korea back at 6,000. Little Korea back at 6,000 as well. Taiwan, Met 7 Line Army back at 6,000. Snow Poacher and Cats moves up, as does Keep Swinging. Taiwan Representative Club 2. And here's the controversy of the day. Baseball Bros and Pearl Negra flip-flop spots. Doesn't make any sense because Pearl Negra, for about 7 weeks in a row, were at third place. But they didn't lose. They finished third place. And I believe they even finished more or at least tied trophies as Baseball Bros. So still kind of flawed, as well as the record-breaking Platinum Level 5 score of 223 by Tough and Tender and over 200 with Taiwan. So again, the rankings are the rankings, whatever you want to call them. But 77 teams in Platinum Level 5, so it's kind of a big pool of possible teams that they can play against. All right, so those are the top 100. Let's go into the Clash League preview. All right, here it is, Clash League. So one of the things, you got the screen right here, and for those of you that are new to the Clash League, you got to take a look at the gold screen. Gold earned or lost during the beta service will not be reset. Only the first 20 matches per day count towards your ranking points. So that is huge because, again, this is the fourth beta test. What has happened in the past, in the very first couple, people were manipulating the game where you can pair with a buddy. Like you could do it all the time, and they weren't losing any ground. So if you lost, you didn't really lose anything, right? And then the bets, the coins kind of go up. You could make bets, and I'll show you guys a little bit of that in the video from the last Clash League, right? But the fact is, a lot of us, including myself, were grinding quite a bit, playing more than 20 games, hours and hours. So now it's only 20. And the fact is, only 20 matches per day matter. So the fact is, you can't quit and take a loss because that would affect your 20 matches per day. So again, I manipulated that on purpose because it is a beta service. Beta. It's not the set yet. They're trying to find flaws and errors and loopholes. So by putting it out there on video, even though last time people got really mad and upset, it's a beta. So you got to find ways to kind of make it better until they bring it out and set it. Because the goal for Miniclip is to try to actually make it a permanent monthly thing like winning streak, and then the tasks that are going on right now. So they want to do it weekly, right? That's kind of the idea. Release the new player. Hopefully the new player, is done, which is done tomorrow, and then Clash League comes in for the rest of the month, or toward the end of the month. So let's get into a little video of kind of what it looked like beforehand. Okay, so this is my old YouTube page of the last month reintroduction. You have your starting lineup, right? So let's pause this real quick. You have your starting lineup like anybody else, but you also have a pitching rotation 1, 2, and 3. Now, the benefit they've had in the past that in order to have a starting pitcher, you have to be able to um, give it a rest, right? Because each pitcher has a pitch count, which hopefully we'll be able to see. But let's go into the bench. So what it looks like now is that your bench in the past has been 3 infield, 2 outfield, and then 4 pitchers and 1 catcher. Now what they've done also is that you had to actually pay for these extra slots with gems or gold. So that's a way to kind of get them to pay. Uh, we'll get into strategies tomorrow when we go live about this whole entire process, right? So let's see if we can kind of play it a little bit here. 'Cause I don't really know what to kind of expect, but we're trying to see if we can get. Here we go. Shitaro. All right, so we're trying to see. All right, there we go. So Shitaro, as you guys can see right there, MPH. That is the pitch count that Shitaro has, right? Where if he goes out of 23 pitches, he no longer becomes effective. So pitchers are actually getting tired in this game. And just for you guys that don't know, it is 7, 8, and 9 innings, right? So it's kind of like that. Let's go into a game real quick and just kind of show you just how it works. Okay. A little bit different as we get into it. You could see with Wade up in the top corner here, 24 pitches, right? 24 pitches is his pitch count. And that top spot right there, where it says 1,000, that's where you're able to wager. And in the bottom left, that arrow, that's you get 5 substitutions per game, right? So let's get into it a little bit more. Um, so this is kind of like the old screen, kind of pointed it out even last time. And as you can see, also, it's in the 7th inning, right? Also has that kind of a connection thing as well, right? Where it shows like, if you're playing a friendly match. So the connection's a little bit different. And even in that top right corner, you have a surrender button. And again, I don't know if it's going to be, I should be there. It might be there. But again, it's a little bit different this time. But as you can see, the rankings each, no matter what, if you want to bid early or not, it's going to go up. But you can make it in the seventh inning. You can max it out if your opponent agrees to it. But as you can see, the pitch count, as the arrows provide, they're going down with each pitch. So it does make you guys really attack the strike zone a little bit different. That's a nice little 4-pitch walk. Not effective there at all. All right, so let's see if we can go a little bit more. Okay, so now we're hitting and pitch count with Mei Ling. So different pitchers, like lower level pitchers, the common typically have a lot more. Those pitchers with higher velocity are less, right? And as you can see, the bet, right? The opponent doesn't have enough coins. That means they've lost too many to even kind of make any more wagers. But the cool thing is that it does really push people to throw more strikes. Um, because you got limited amount of subs you could really do, and of course, uh, it is a little bit different. Okay, so then, oh wait, we have a sub. Okay, Wade is going to be coming out here pretty soon. Let me see. All right. So there's a lot of different strategies, especially with 2 strikes. So we'll get closer. Here we go. So we got 1 pitch left. Now, here we go. Here's what a substitution looks like. You got to do it quick because the timer is still going. But you got your 4 pitchers you can choose from. Roger comes in. And Roger's a little bit faster on, uh, velocity, so he has less. He starts with 15. So a little bit different there. Let's see if we can get a batter substitution in this game. Not great on me. Do I have any substitutions with the batters? I'm not quite sure. Another sub. Okay. We do have one that comes in. Here we go. All right. So let's see if we can play it here. We're going to sub in. This is why Jo is so valuable. And, having that DH that everyone says a DH player takes it away. Rogers at the bat, tie game in the ninth. All right. So Jo comes in. All right. So great spot to either have Shitaro or Jo come in, depending on who you have leveled up, and get that extra weapon to kind of build that extra strategy. So it's pretty solid. But again, it's really an more intense style, more strategy based. Some of the better players love it because that's a little bit more strategy based. In my opinion, it's pretty amazing. All right, so that didn't work out for me in that one. But again, Jo not a great pitcher, but again, you want to be able to save some pitchers for the next game potentially. Even more so, the fact that you can't just quit and you could reset your pitchers. You have to actually play the games. Otherwise, they won't count towards your rankings if that is your overall goal. So this is, and I'm wondering also if you could actually make more bets, right? If you're playing, but it doesn't count towards the ranking. So I'm wondering about that too. We don't know exactly yet, but we'll find out more tomorrow. But it is an interesting kind of approach. All right. So we get one out with Jo. And Jo has 25 pitches he starts with too. So pretty solid, but again, lack of ability when it comes to pitching. All right, so we bring in Eric. Where does he come in at? Let's find out. Okay, so Eric comes in. All right, so we're bringing in Eric. Morgan has more power towards the ninth inning. So, hold up. Let's pause it real quick. Look at Morgan. So, people bringing in Morgan. Did she get subbed in? Or maybe she was already in? I don't know. Let's find out. So, 2 outs. Okay, so 2 outs in the inning. I think he subs in Morgan. Yep, so Morgan comes in on the sub because look at her power. Like I mentioned before, right? Morgan in the ninth inning, right? 209 contact, 201 power speed. So she becomes a threat off the bench. Solid job. And let's see, when do I decide to not lose here? I know what I did. So I think I get 2 strikes. Yes, we get 2 strikes, and then we bring in a changeup here, Eric, for the extra velocity. That's why the catcher is so important as well. Matthew is big time when it comes here. So I bring him in. And again, you could have a one pitch in the middle of an at bat. Again, Eric is a 15 pitch pitcher, but that extra velocity changes it up a little bit. So gets the out. Solid job by me in this one. And then Jack, man, 490, 481. I got it to 498 now. All right. So let's see what happens here at the end of this game. Da-da-da-da. What do we got here? We get a tie? Oh, I think it's a tie. We ended up in a tie. So let's go to that. It's kind of disappointing. But ties are just draws, which are kind of terrible in that sense, because you lose a whole entire game. You don't move up in ranks. You don't lose any of your bet or your wager. So that's kind of disappointing in that regard. So let's go ahead and check out. Again, these videos are all in about 8 months ago, right? Is where it came from. Okay, so we're going. I should actually make playlists. That might be a little bit better idea. All right. So we have a couple other ones here, right? Top 10 bench outfielders. These are ones you might want to be able to check out as they come in. Again, Luna was sick in this when we had her, right? So let's see if we can kind of get through this. All right. So again, let me show you, just kind of give you an idea about this lineup here. Caroline just comes in like when you're resting people. Alexandria, bases loaded options. Defensive substitutions. I have Jordan and Joe sometimes, and then Mario as the catcher at that time. But I think Barry is one of the better underrated. You guys can go in there and check out these outfielders. This is the bench outfielders for whatever particular reason, in my opinion. We'll get into that a little bit later as this goes on. But like I said, guys, you can go in there and just go back to 8 months. I'm going to tag some of these videos into the end of this video. But Clash League is super fun. It is stressful. If you don't have maxed out pitchers or players, it really does get super stressful. But again, in the Clash League fail here, this is where I talk about how it's manipulated a little bit there. So very good, solid games here, in my opinion. Tomorrow's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be a fun time. Go check out Clash League. Get ready for it. And as always, thank you guys for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. We'll see you next time.